రోజున ఆ తీర్పు వెలువడడం జరిగింది. ఆ తీర్పులో వెలువడిన తర్వాత క్రైస్తవ మిషనరీ ఆస్తులకు ఒక రక్షణ లాంటి కవచం అనేది లభించడం జరిగింది. ఎందుచేతనంటే క్రైస్తవ మిషనరీ ప్రాపర్టీసు మరి అమెరికన్ బ్యాప్టిస్ట్ వాళ్ళు వెళ్ళిపోతూ ప్రాపర్టీస్ అన్నీ కూడా పిఏబిసి అనే సంస్థకు, ఎస్టీపీసీ అనే సంస్థకు అప్పచెప్పడం జరిగింది. కానీ కొన్ని కారణాల వల్ల అవి క్రైస్తవ ఆస్తులను పరిరక్షించడం పోయి వాటిని అమ్ముతూ రావడం మొదలుపెట్టారన్నమాట. సో దానికి కొంతమంది నిరసన తెలుపుతూ హైకోర్టులో వాటిని కాంటెస్ట్ చేయడం జరిగింది. శ్రీ డి జయరాజ్ గారు, తర్వాత ఎస్ దాస్ గారు, మోజస్ గారు, వందనం గారు, ఆ విధంగా వారు కొంతమంది 5గురు చేసిన తర్వాత వారు చాలా సుదీర్ఘమైనటువంటి పోరాటం చేసినారు. పోరాటం చేసిన తర్వాత కృష్ణకుమార్ గారు, హైకోర్టు మద్రాస్ లాయర్ గారు, వారు వాదించడం జరిగింది. వారి తండ్రి గారు నందకుమార్ గారు కూడా దీనిపైన తీవ్రమైనటువంటి కృషి చేయడం జరిగింది. ఆ తర్వాత ఈ 19 డిసెంబర్లో ఆ యొక్క తీర్పు వెలువడడం జరిగింది. దానికి గాను సర్టిఫైడ్ కాపీస్ కూడా అన్నీ రావడం జరిగింది. తద్వారా క్రైస్తవ మిషనరీ ఆస్తులన్నీ కూడా ఆ యొక్క హైకోర్టు తీర్పు ద్వారా అందరికీ తెలియాలనే, దాంట్లో ఏమున్నాయి ఏమిటి అనే విషయం పత్రికా ద్వారా, మిత్రుల ద్వారా అందరికీ కూడా ప్రపంచానికి తెలియాలనే ఆశతోటి ఈరోజు ఈ సమావేశం ఏర్పాటు చేయడం జరిగింది. మన తరఫున, సంఘం తరఫున, సెమినరీ బ్యాప్టిస్ట్ చర్చ్ తరఫున మాకు న్యాయవాదిగా, అడ్వకేట్గా, మా కౌన్సిల్గా ఉన్నటువంటి రామ్ గోపాలరావు గారు మన మధ్య ఉన్నారు. వారు దాని గురించి CS 124 ప్రకారము ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయో దాని గురించి వారు తెలియజేస్తారు.
వరంగల్ press friends, we are gathered here to enlighten the main features contained in the judgment CS 124 of 1994, disposed of by the Madras High Court on its original jurisdiction. The case was filed by the Christian community friends who are interested in the welfare of the Christian properties situate all over India, have filed this CS 124 of 1994 in the Madras High Court, challenging the sales, alienations and misappropriation of the funds received from the sale of properties belonging to ABFMS. Originally in India was the owner of the Christian missionary properties, and we have here in Hanmakonda the properties comprised in mission compound and various other places, including Janagam, so on and so forth. After the independence, the properties owned by ABFMS, since they are the foreigners and could not own the properties, Christian community properties in India, they have chosen to make over the properties to another company, which is to take place for the benefit of the Christian community. EABC was also a company incorporated under the Companies Act, and ABFMS was also a company. It has made over all the properties situated in India to PABC. But in 1972, the amalgamation has taken place in the Madras High Court, but there was no clarity in that. Since there was no clarity, after some years, ABFMS people, self-styled persons in India, started claiming properties of the Christian communities as their own, since there was no amalgamation at all. Thus, that created many cases, disputes between the PABC, ABFM, FMS, and the properties owned by the Mission Hospital, Hanamakonda, and also properties belonging to PABC. Thereafter, some self-interested persons, namely like Divakar, who assumed the managing directorship of PABC, started alienating the properties for his benefit, though the properties were meant for the benefit. They are the trust properties and meant for the welfare of the Christian community. Like that, PABC has also allotted properties here in the mission compound to the Centenary Baptist Church, which is, you people know, is for the last 140 years. There is a lot of history in respect of these properties, but there are cases going on here in the courts at Hanamakonda and Warangal for the last 24 years. I am representing the Centenary Baptist Church and safeguarding the interests of Centenary Baptist Church in respect of the properties held by it in India, in Hanamakonda. Many people, self-styled people, claiming that they are the representatives of ABFMS, also started claiming the properties belonging to Centenary Baptist Church, and they tried to take over the properties. Now, since there was no clarity for all these years, they have been fighting. Now, the judgment in CS 124 of 94 has come. It has clarified all the interests of the properties. It held that PABC is non-existent. Right? It has no interest in any of the properties, and they cannot claim, since the properties of ABFMS were made over to PABC as long back as in the year 1972 by virtue of company amalgamation. Now, here also in Hanamakonda, some Christian people, against the interests of the Centenary Baptist Church, are fighting cases, and the main important information and decisions given by Madras High Court in CS 124 of 94 are Christian properties. They are no more, can say that they are trustees of the properties of Christians, and ABFMS has no existing interest or subsisting interest in the erstwhile properties of ABFMS throughout India. It is not the owner. In 1972 itself, the properties were made over from ABFMS to PABC, are held invalid, and a committee is appointed to oversee the sales, and if the committee comes to the conclusion that they are well and good, right, it will pass a decision. Otherwise, all the sales made by PABC are held invalid. That the properties are meant for the benefit of the Christian community, and they have to be used, are made by the PABC, are held illegal, ultra vires, and they have no validity. The persons who purchased the properties on and after 25/7/2000 do not get title over the properties. The properties held by Centenary Baptist Church in the mission compound are allotted to Centenary Baptist Church by PABC. They are not sales, they are only allotments to Centenary Baptist Church by PABC, and they are held to be valid. So the judgment rendered by the Madras High Court gave a clarity in respect of the properties of the Christian community that PABC is no more. The sales made by this PABC are ultra virus, not valid, and the allotments made by the PABC to the Christian communities like Centenary Baptist Church